My name is Namwu, and this is assignment 3 for CPSC 3125 operating systems. The purpose of this experiment is to create threads in two different ways, one without synchronization and one with synchronization. The code I have here right now is the code without synchronization. So here we have the thread task, which is to get the current PID as well as to get the current PID and denote which thread this is. And here in the main method, I've created 3 different PID integers. I've created a thread thid. So here I fork the process, and this pronounces I'm child 1. My process is whatever process it receives. And then using a for loop, it creates the thread using thid and gives it the to-do function to perform, after which it joins and the thread runs. We then move on to the second child, which forks another process and proclaims that it's child 2. Process is whatever. It does the same thing that the first child did, only with a different PID. And the same applies for the third fork process. So let's run no synchro. Apologies. I'm not sure how this happened. But anyway, it shows the 3 processes in order. So 993, 994, and 995. And it shows the threads in a random order. So here we have the first thread of process 1, and here we have the second thread of process 1, but here we also have the first thread of process 3. Now if we were to run this code again, you can see that the order here is different. Although it doesn't exactly make it, the child processes aren't always in order. Okay, now let's move on to our second code. That uses synchronization to the best of my ability. Unfortunately, this code doesn't exactly work as intended, but it's as close as I could get, so apologies. So we have all the usual codes, inclusions. We also have global counters and a global thread array. We have a similar to-do method, to-do function, only this one returns the thread ID. So it's very similar to the other code, but with some slight differences. So we fork a process, it forks another process, and then it forks another process. Now for this code, it shows the children and then in reverse order, which then shows the threads in reverse order. So it pronounces I am child 3, and then it creates the threads base and records it into the array. And then, as it tries to join the threads in reverse order. Now, process 2 waits for process 3 to finish, and then it starts running, and does the same thing as process 3. And then after that, we move on to process 1, who's waiting for process 2, and then do the same as the other two did. I also added code here that waits for the first child to finish and prints the parents. So let's run this code. Let's run. And as you can see, it doesn't work 100%. Okay. Yeah, the code is a bit iffy. So this right here, this printed almost correctly, but as you can tell from the thread IDs, it's not actually in reverse order. Unfortunately, but the children are indeed in reverse order. And that was about as far as I can manage. Apologies in advance. And yeah, thank you for watching.